Okay, so now let's talk about search engine optimization. This is one of the very important marketing channel to reach the right audiences. So when a user wants something, what will he do? He will go to Google and searches for that. So when he searches, he gets the results, right? So our goal is to be listed on those results so that we can be picked by the user and we can get a lot of traffic. So again, let me repeat here that when someone searches for something relevant to my business, I want my website to be listed in the first page and possible top 3 4 results only. And how do I do that? The first task you need to do is you have to figure out right keywords to represent your business. Okay, so which keywords describe your business? Or take a different look. Which keywords can be used by customers to search for your business? Okay, how do you find these keywords and how do you know how many people are searching for your business? What kind of right keywords are used? So that we can use this tool called Google Keyword Tool. So let's jump onto the browser here. Okay, here I have a Google search results for startups, and as you can see, there are two type of results here. One is organic search results. Whatever you see, the Wikipedia and TechCrunch, Mashable, all these websites are in the result list came organically. And on the right side, what you see called ads, these are all the ads. So people spend money to be listed when someone searches for startups. And even on the top, you are seeing when someone searches for startups, this came on the top of the search results, but this is a paid ad too. Okay, so this is how Google is giving results. But our goal here is when with SEO to be listed on the first page. That is are possible. Why not on the top 3 or 4, right? That's the first goal. Okay. And then to get to that, as we discussed, we need to use Google Keyword Tool to find out the right keywords to represent my business. So you can search for this keyword tool and you get it. And then let's say now in this case, I want to look for right keywords for part-time startups. and search, and you can see it picked my location as United States, language is English, right? Okay, so now how many people are searching for exactly part-time startups? None. So that is not the right keyword for me to use. But there are 300,000 people searching for part-time employment, part-time business ideas. So the good thing here is you can see globally how many searches are done with those keywords locally in the United States. And another key criteria here is competition. If you see low competition, that means not many people are competing for those keywords. But if you see high, that means many people are competing and they are spending a lot of money to be listed when they search for this. For example, home business ideas, right? And its competition is high. So because many people might be competing to get into the search results for these things. So for me, what are the best thing I can use? Probably part-time businesses I can use because but it's not very attractive because it is only 2,400 times. Maybe I can compete for new business ideas or low-cost businesses. Or I can just look for entrepreneur, right? Let's look for entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is searched almost more than 3 million times. And you can see some of the words which are less competition, and then some are having high number of hits. So based on all those things, I can come up best keywords which describes my business as well as what the users will search on Google to find kind of same business as what I'm having. Okay. So that's the keyword tools. And then let's come back to our site, our slides. So one of the first activity you may have to do for your website to get this SEO is on-site optimization. That means what is your site title and meta description of the site, right? So there are some tags which are used inside the home HTML files. So you got to describe your business over there, and you have to use right targeted keywords in describing your website in the content. Okay, and you have to build this proper sitemap and make it available to search engines. We are seeing in the plugins section of WordPress where we generated sitemap.xml and then given to Google Webmaster to be able to search, to be able to index my website, right? And then avoid broken links. And the one most important thing is relevant content is the key. So if someone searches for part-time startups and they come to my website, but if I give some information about cars or auto industry, that may not be right content for users as well as search engines as well. So if I want my website to be listed on the top of search results, I had to work my site to be more optimized by using the right keywords, providing better content, and then using these techniques such as meta tags and titles. If you don't know more about it, you can just Google it like on-site optimization. I'm sure you'll get a bunch of it. But why I'm not going more detail here is in case of we are part-time startups, right? We don't want to spend all the time in the world in learning how to do SEO and it's good to know, but we may not be able to do everything by ourselves. That's where we will hire some our freelancer to get the job done, right? Okay, so now let's look at next activity, which is relevant link building. The way Google ranks your website is depending on how many quality links it has. For example, if my website is listed in CNN or in TechCrunch.com, those kind of top blog sites and news websites, then that means that the Google also thinks, okay, it is listed from CNN or TechCrunch. That means this site has some value, so it gives better page rank. So it comes to how many links I have for my website from different websites. And second thing is from what kind of websites I have links also. So it's not just how many number of links, it's more quality of links, more relevant content. For example, when I search for startups, you have seen Wikipedia being on the top because everyone knows Wikipedia has more valuable information. So Google also recognizes that way. So quality matters. And there is another concept called inbound marketing. It's the same as getting links to my website from other websites. Okay, so if you have a good content and you can go and post on different blog sites, and then it helps two ways. One is Google sees that content from those websites, and if you have link backs from that website to your website, then for Google it values your website. And the second way, users or readers who are reading in those websites, and then they will learn about my website and I'll get more traffic too, right? So I'll show you an example here. Let me go to techcrunch.com. This is one of the top sites which is talking about more technically the startups and entrepreneurship and everything, right? So if you don't know about it, yeah, just spend this time. You get a lot of blogs or posts about existing internet-based entrepreneurs and startups and technologically what's happening. Okay, so let's say if I get a link from this site to my website, that means that I get a lot of traffic, because as a user, if you go and read it here, and let's say this link is taking me to a different website, which is my website, then that is a link back to my website. Okay, you can see Gartner, right? So this is it is linking to something else, right? So like that. So basically, when you do guest post, you'll get links back to your website. That is one way of getting quality links also. So as I mentioned, to get relevant links back to your website, you have to provide quality links rather than focusing on quantity, and then focus on inbound marketing, where you post articles in different websites with valuable, useful content. That way, Google as well as users will read it and come to your website. And then you can work on social bookmarking, like Dig and Delicious, those kind of websites. If you go and post a link, and if people like those links, your link will be shown in the home page. So then you get a lot of traffic from users, as well as Google also treats them as a valuable links. So the second activity, the first activity I told is work on your on-site optimization. The second activity is start building relevant links to your website. And then we know if we are working full time, and then uh, starting this part-time startups activity. Even if you are working full time on this idea as an entrepreneur, you cannot do everything. So you want to get the job done by spending less money. That's where the outsourcing freelancers comes into picture. So hire an experienced SEO freelancer or an agency and identify. They will help you to identify the targeted keywords, and they can even review your website to optimize with the right keywords and titles and description. Okay, and then they can submit your website to different search engines and directories, and they can start working on building the link backs. So don't forget, the quality matters, not just the quantity. So if someone says, okay, I can give 1,000 links back to your website, that may not help you. So it helps you with, okay, where are you going to post? What kind of techniques are you going to use? Um, so is it going to be quality or quantity? So that's where you have to work with freelancer and get the job done. That's right. That's all. And then for part-time startups, what I'm going to do, I already did on-site optimization, right? Because I used WordPress, which is already optimized for SEO purpose, and it has proper URLs. I generated sitemap.xml, and I'm going to put a lot of content relevant to startups, internet, entrepreneurship, ideas, marketing. So that way, the on-site optimization will be done. And I'm planning to use some of these other keywords. I can start using it to get a traffic, as well as to build a link backs to my website. And I'm going to hire an agency for SEO activities as a fixed monthly price. I cannot spend $1,000. Probably I'll look for someone to work for me to do spend 10 hours a week. That way, 4 weeks, 40 hours, maybe $5 per hour, maybe $200 per month. Um, Again, if I spend less, I'll get less quality person. If I spend more, I get a better experienced person. So I have to trade off, and I'm going to hire an agency to take care of this SEO activities for me. And I'll start posting interesting articles, useful information on my site as well as other sites. So that is what my goal for part-time startups SEO activities.